Good morning. Welcome back to SucceedOnline.Us. Thanks for checking out the YouTube channel. If you haven't been to the website, I'm going to be adding these as individual articles eventually too. I'm glad you found us. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Facebook. So here we're going to continue the WordPress tutorial series that I've been working on. We started out with the quick install, basically a one-click install of WordPress on cPanel. Then we moved to installing a theme and how to choose a theme. Then we did how to create a page, which is your About Us, your Contact Us, etc. Then we learned how to create a post and how comments can be useful there. And today we're going to cover how to install a plugin. And we're going to use one of the pages we've already created, which was the Contact Us page or Contact Me page. And I'm going to show you how to install a plugin with a contact form. Plugins are very diverse. Just about anything you can imagine they can do. One of the most popular contact forms plugins that is out there is contact form 7, I think it's called. It's a great tool. You can use that if you want to, but I'm going to show you how to use one that generates a little bit more metadata about how people converted, how they ended up, how they found you. You can use it to create contact forms just to send an email, or you can do just a simple call to action or a CTA, where when they see something they like, you offer an ebook or a free trial or a discount if you put their email in. You can build those forms also and put them anywhere in your website. And it's pretty simple. You're going to be introduced to a few new concepts here, but let's get started. So remember, here's our website that we started building, and we want to look at the Contact Me page. You'll remember I just put an email address and a photo to start with. So let's go ahead and log into the WordPress dashboard. That's wp-admin, and it will redirect to wp-login.php. We're going to log in. I don't know if you can hear that, but the fish in the aquarium are going crazy right now. Okay, and it is a beautiful sunny day here in Florida. We had some massive storms last night. I was driving in a vehicle with the kids, and we got hit by either extremely powerful straight line winds or the beginning of a vortex. Pensacola, Florida, where I'm from, was hit by multiple tornadoes. Our car was actually spun a little bit by the winds, and we essentially saw the leaves just explode out of a tree and just nail us. It was crazy. We were okay. Nothing happened. And from what I hear, there weren't many injuries, or if any, throughout the whole area. They had some businesses torn up and things like that. So, wow, thoughts and prayers go out to those that were affected by this. Anyway, today is beautiful and sunny. Hopefully everything will get back to normal fairly quickly. So here we are on the WordPress dashboard. By now you should be a little bit familiar with this. Remember, I told you it is not anything to be overwhelmed by, because we're going step by step. We've shown you how to do posts, we've shown you how to do pages, and we showed you how to do appearance and themes. So today we're going to look at plugins. Now we can go to the installed plugins, and WordPress comes preloaded with a couple of installed plugins. Ask Akismet, I'm not sure how you pronounce that properly. I say it wrong all the time, but it doesn't matter. What this program is basically helps feed out or flush out comment spam. You will have users come into your post and make comments saying, oh, my website, Viagra, whatever. There's stuff you don't want. It's annoying, and that plugin is very good for eliminating a lot of that stuff. You'll notice it's installed already, but it's not active. So we'll go ahead and activate that. This is how you activate an installed plugin. You'll see it's right here. Click Activate. All right. And then what you'll need to do is activate a Akismet account. And if I'm saying that wrong, guys, I apologize. It's the best I can do with it. I actually call it Akismet all the time, and that doesn't look like how it's spelled. But all right, the other one we'll have here is a symbol of a plugin. It explains there that Hello Dolly. That's just kind of an example. We don't need that, so we're going to delete that. This is how you delete a plugin. You want to deactivate it before you delete it, but that one was not active. So, yes, we want to delete these files. We'll confirm. All right, there we go. Now we're going to add new. Now, there are plenty of free plugins out there. I don't see many reasons why you'll need to pay for plugins until you really get along the lines where you can afford that. You have a budget for it. And even when you have a budget for it, who doesn't love free? One recommendation I can make for themes or plugins: when you search for things, the top ones are important. And I look at the number of active installs and the stars. If there's a ton of installs and it's got a great rating or a higher rating, you're pretty safe that it's going to be a valuable plugin. There are vulnerabilities. Now, WordPress is open source. That means that the whole world can build stuff to add to WordPress. Everyone can see the code. There are people that are building plugins and themes that may or may not be the best coding methods. There may be vulnerabilities in that. So that's why you need to be aware of what people are using and what the rating is, because you're pretty safe using stuff like that. You know that they have coded it properly. They followed the WordPress codec, the WordPress guidelines on how to create safe plugins and themes. So that's important. You always want to check for the stars and the number of active installs. This one has 300,000. This one has 1 million. You know, if you find one that says it's got 100, you may not want to use that. The other thing that's important is, see, this says check mark compatible with your version of WordPress. So that way we know it's going to work with our install. Some plugins are no longer updated, and as new versions of WordPress come out, they're not supported. So we're going to look for leads. And just type in the word leads. And you'll see it right here. That's through Inbound Now. Now, there's the option to upgrade and use the Inbound Now system. But, and let me say, there are a lot of ways to do this. You can use MailChimp. MailChimp is another valuable tool. Maybe I should be showing you that, actually. But that's more of an email management. You can still create the forms with it and track your leads. I love WordPress Leads because it shows me a lot of information, sends me the email, sends out, or it has the autoresponder to let people know, hey, thank you, we got your message, we'll be in contact, etc. So now you'll notice for this search term, it definitely has the higher of the installs. This one is new. I have not seen it before, but it only has 400 active installs. So maybe I'll follow the progress of that, and maybe at some point I'll switch over. Salesforce, I have tried. It's got a lot of installs. It works pretty well, but you have to tie it into their CRM, which is has a cost. So let's go ahead and click Install Now. Now, if you want to see, take you back. When you see here, it says More Details. That'll pop in a window, or I already have this page open for WordPress Leads. And it tells you can learn where your leads are coming from geographically, what pages they viewed on your site, see their past comments they've made in your blog, what have they searched for on your site, what is their referral traffic, learn where the referral traffic is coming from, social media profiles, sites they own. It gathers demographic data. All this stuff may sound foreign to you right now, but it will be useful data down the road. And starting with something like this and getting used to it is nice. It is, excuse me, it's built in Visual Form Builder, which just makes it super simple. You can automatically detect all that data, and it sends it to you, saves it in the database. So it's a free plugin. It was built to help people collect, store, and manage lead contact information to better understand each lead that comes into their site. It's built with inbound marketing best practices in mind and integrates seamlessly with the free WordPress landing page plugin. Excuse me, that's the Inbound Now. I personally don't use Inbound Now. I just use this plugin on one of my websites. So let's go back. We're going to click Install. This is how we install a plugin. All right, you'll see it is done, successfully installed. Now we want to activate it. Excuse me. All right. Now it has a notice here. You'll see this with many things. You have the option to dismiss it here or here, but let's take a look. The email templating system seen here, which is a link to it, has been deprecated in preparation for our improved email tool coming soon. If you use the email templating features to customize emails or customize WordPress email templates, you can restore your setup with this additional WordPress plugin. So they're basically offering, they're updating the product and going to make this available so that you can move with them when that happens. I'm not sure that that's going to affect what we're doing right now. So we'll go ahead and dismiss that. All right, and now you'll notice when we go to plugins, we're at posted. Go back to plugins, installed plugins. You'll see leads is here, and it's already active because the option to deactivate. Now, leads also shows as a new menu on the left in your dashboard. You have leads, add new, leads list, lead management, management forms, and settings. We want to look at the settings first. You can also get there from here. And you'll customize these to meet your terms. A lot of this you won't use. In order to get a license key, that would be for inbound now. There are extensions that you can use, API keys. These are ways to make calls from other websites. If you have other blogs throughout the web, there's a lot of stuff that can be done here. We're going to ignore all that for right now. We want to track page view, search query tracking. All these tracking, this is going to save metadata that is non-specific in your website. We're not doing an API, so we don't need any of that. So all the settings, there's the bird. Excuse me, just one moment. I'm going to go talk to the bird and get him to calm down. It's a blue and gold macaw in the other room. His name is Buffett. If I can get him to come out here, I'll bring him and show you. Okay, I'm back. So Buffett was being shy. He didn't want to come out here, but we've got the other door closed, so he has a little more peace. He hears me talking, and he likes to sing. So where we were at here, the settings are, we're going to leave those. I just wanted to show you this is how you access them, and we'll move on with managing a form. So we're going to go to the Manage Forms, and as that loads, we don't have any forms yet, so we're going to add new. All right, and we're going to create a new form, so we need to give it a title. Let's call this one Contact Me, and you'll notice that well, we haven't gotten there yet. Let's go with a template first. You can do a simple email, first last email, standard company form, etc. I'm going to show you how to build your own. If you need a simple email form, it's already got the fields in place, but let's do build your own. All right, we have the name here. Where are we going to send them when they're done? We don't have this page created yet, so let's just put in something / thank you. Now this is the page that they will be redirected to. Well, here we don't need that even. This is the page they'll be redirected to once they've completed the form. Now we want to put in an email to notify when they have contacted us. Not paying attention today. Alright, and this is just your email address wherever you want to be notified. Alright, and you'll notice here there are some key phrases around double curly braces. That's what these funny looking things are called if you are not familiar. Site name, the form name, there's a list of these in here, and you can find it in the documentation for the plugin. That's the important part of knowing where this is at. You can save this and find the documentation, installation, screenshots, changelog. There's all kinds of information you can find there for that. So it's going to show our website name, it's going to show the form name, and it's going to say this is a new lead conversion. You can change that to whatever you like. We don't have a add new lead or a lead list yet. I'm not going to create one for this. But over here on the right, you'll see this is the preview so far of the form. Alright, so we've got this set. We want to go to edit or add fields. Boy, I'm tripping on my words today. I apologize for that. Alright, so the first field here, we don't have a label for it. It's set as a single line text. We want this to be their email address. So we'll put email address, and then we'll choose from the drop down where single line text would be for an email, it is required. We want to make sure that they give us their email address. So now you'll notice in the preview over here on the side that that's updated. If we click on advanced options, do we want to exclude it from tracking? No. Are we going to map it? Yes. This is what I was looking for. We want to map this to email. That tells it this is going to be an email address, and it has to validate it as an email. You can add a description if you need to. Container classes and information like that, or for advanced users, if you get to that point, this is how you can add a class, which is essentially a name to identify it, to do something more with it. Alright, so that's done. Alright, we want to minimize. We don't need to see all that again. Now we're going to, I like to just click clone. You can click add another field, whichever the case may be. No, it didn't do it. Let's minimize again. Minimize and clone. And you'll notice now we have a second one that is identical, and we're going to select that. Now, this one we're going to do first name. It's also single line text. We want to map this to first name. And that is it for that one. Now we'll clone again and scroll down to it. We'll do last name, single line text. We're going to map it to last name. Alright, in this order we can change, and this is why I did the email first. If I minimize this, computer's being, alright, there we go. So they're all minimized. Notice that this is the order they're in. You see that you can drag this. Let's say, oops, I wanted the email after we get their name. We want to be introduced first. So you can shift it, boom, first name, last name, email address. Alright, now we're going to add another field. This is going to be the subject. We want to know what they're contacting us about. This is also single line text. Excuse me. We want to make it required. You don't have to, but that's usually a nice thing to have. And we're going to map this to, I do believe it has the option for a subject. Maybe not. No, it doesn't. Okay, so we're not going to map this. We'll leave that alone. And that is our subject field. Alright, and then we can add one last field that we're going to add is going to be our message, or your audience or user message, and we'll change this to a paragraph field. We want them to be able to type quite a bit of information. Is this required? Yes. We don't want them to submit a form without a message. Waste of time getting emails and things like that. Can we map this to, let's see, company phone? No, there's not one for message because it's not going to validate that. So we'll leave no mapping on that. All right, that's it. We have a form over here, and I know you can't see some of it behind my screen. So that's the edit and add fields. Now we want to go to design and layout. That's the third step here. And form is vertical, as you can see. If we change that to horizontal, I'm not sure if it populates. Yeah, it does over here. It's oh well, it's not going to show as well. And it changes the short code up here. We haven't covered that yet. The short code is how simple it is to. We're going to highlight. Excuse me. Highlight and copy that and paste it into our website wherever we want the form. We'll get to that in just a moment. So I'm going to put this back to vertical. The labels can be on top, bottom, in line. If we do it in line, you'll see it's like that. Let's go back to the top. I like that look. You can change the form size or the font size. The submit button. We can choose a checkbox, and I don't think you're going to be able to see it because it's behind my window, but we'll do that. You can change your colors. We can make it a custom width, a percentage, set pixels, etc. So there's quite a bit of customization you can do here, but for this purpose we don't need that. Alright, so that is basically it. We have now created the form. So we want to publish, and I apologize, it is off of my screen. You probably cannot see it. The publish form button is down here at the bottom. It's a big blue button, you can't miss it. We're going to publish the form. Do we want to leave this page? Yes. This is one thing that is a bit confusing about this plugin. It makes you think, oh, should we do this? But yes, we've got all the information in we want. We want to publish that form. Now the button below changes to form updated. It's refreshing the page and telling us to click to refresh. So let's do that. And now you'll notice there's the option up here, and these were here before, to build the form if we want to add more, view the conversions from the form, which is awesome, or set the email response. And we're going to do that next. But you'll notice here the short code has changed. We want to highlight and copy that. So now it's in our clipboard. We're going to show you what to do with that in a minute. Let's set the email response. Email confirmation is currently off. That means if someone fills this form out, it is not going to send them an email confirmation. We want to turn that on. And we will, in the email subject line, thank you for your inquiry. I can't. It's been a struggle this morning. You ever have one of those days? This is Tuesday. It's not Monday. All right. Thank you for your inquiry. And I'm going to put the website address because that may be something you'd like to do. It'd be helpful, so they know where it's coming from. Maybe it'll catch their attention in their email inbox. All right. So then here's a list of the dynamic field email tokens. These are you copy these and paste them in. Let's see, don't use short codes from the form here. You delete this text. So we want to say, where is our lead name? That's last name, first name, site name, company name. We're not doing that. So we did first and last name. So we want to find, let's just do first name. We'll copy that, paste it here. Well, that went in as a list. I don't know if you saw that or not. But the dot out here means it's in a list. We don't want it in a list, so you can turn that off. Put a comma. And then, thank you for your inquiry. And someone will contact you ASAP. All right, now there's a lot more we can do with this. Obviously, we may ask a question. We may invite them to look at more information, more content, whatever the case may be. But we want to connect. We want to interact. Let them know that we got the information. All right, so you can install. Excuse me. I'm going to put the site name at the bottom. If you and once again, it pasted as a list. We don't want to make that a list, so we unclick that. And boom, that's it. You can type in your email, whatever. We're not going to get into that right now. We're going to wrap this up here. This is one of our longer tutorials. Plugins are much more complex. All right, so that's set. It's done. It actually does not save itself. You want to come back up here to set email response and click on that. And then below on the form, or off the screen once again, in blue, it says save form in bold letters. All right, so that is saved. Now we're going to go, let's go back to build the form because we want to make sure you saw this and we have this. We want to highlight the short code and copy it. Now we're going to our page, contact me. Now remember, I showed you when we're logged in, there will be a WordPress dashboard link up here. Since I had gone here before I was logged in, you don't see it. I'll hit refresh. We want to edit this page. And now, in place of succeed or support the email we had, I'm going to paste our contact me form. Now remember, we're going to preview our changes. That opens in a new window. And look at that. We have a contact form. How exciting is that? That's awesome, right? Okay, so Let's go back to our page. We like the look. We want to update. We'll close out the preview tab because that's not going to be the functioning page. Alright, now this is updated. We want to view the new page. I'd like to do it in a new tab so I don't lose the page I was working on. And voila, change out your let's see, I'm going to fill everything out as it should be. Hello, test, and we're going to submit the form. And let's see, it's going to say 404 page not found because remember we set it to redirect to thank you. Oops, page can't be found. We haven't created that page yet. That's very simple. If you forgot to do that beforehand, go to new page, name it thank you, and boom, you're done. Let's go ahead and do that real quick just to show you. Adding a new page, I'm going to call it thank you, and by giving the title that, it will make it the correct URL. Thank you, your inquiry has been received. Make it a great day. We can put anything you want there, but anyway, I'm not going to preview this. I'm just going to publish it. I know that we're good with that. Alright, so now once that is done, we're just going to go ahead and visit the site again. Oops, I jumped over one to me. There we go. Alright, so now we're back on the demo page. Oh, look here, thank you is automatically in the menu. I'll show you how to remove that. Contact me. Let's send a form again. Oh, it's already filled out. Look at that. It remembered the last. We're going to submit. And this time we should go automatically to thank you. Look at that. Alright, so now we noticed in our menu, the thank you page is in our menu. I'm going to cover that in another video. Menus is kind of a separate thing. It's its own animal. So just stand by with that. We'll do that in the next tutorial. But there is a way to add or remove that, rearrange those, and we'll cover that next. Once again, thanks for joining in. This is definitely a much longer video, but plugins are a lot more complex. As time goes on, I will probably add some other useful plugins that I like and use, such as Google Analytics. There is just a plethora of things out there that you can do with WordPress. So thanks for joining in. Love you guys as always. Check us out on Twitter, on Facebook. Just Google SucceedOnline.Us, Twitter, Facebook, whatever, and you'll find us. Go to our website. We have links to all that. Thanks again. If it's helpful for you, share it with your friends, your family, your colleagues, your team members, whatever the case may be. I always appreciate feedback, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks again.